What's up and welcome everyone. Thank you very so much for your patience. We're back. And now we're going back to school. Alright. But yeah, hey everyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses. It's been pretty long goddamn time, has it not? But on that note though, yeah, last time we were here, we saved Fargus and we took down Hadelgard. Now though, we get to start on a new entire journey. And thanks to you guys and your interactions and your votes, we now know which route we are going to be taking this time round. And just for clarity's sake of going forward, this is still technically a blind LP. However, there are some things like mechanic-wise in which we have a better, I guess you could say, knowledge of, I suppose. But with that said, let's get back to it. Now, it's been a hot minute since we've been here, so again, we have unlocked everything for the Blue Lions route, but now we know which route in which we are going to take next. So, without further ado, I think let's get to it. And something which we are going to do really quick is we are going to be doing New Game Plus, because this gives us an opportunity to do two things. One, go through the routes in which we have gone through already. Well, I guess story ebbs and flows, and just so we can, I guess, get our more experienced thoughts on it. And two, we get to experience and explain New Game Plus. So, that said, let's start off with a new save file, and let's get back into the story. Okay, and here we go. Minor edit there. I accidentally selected the autosave and it continued from at the ending of our last save, so that's great. But yeah, New Game Plus, it does feature a few new things. Obviously, we're starting off from the very beginning, but the hired battalions in which we have our saint statue levels and our renown points are going to come back. This is going to be the major thing in which we will admittedly be using. If you want our full blind, completely like base level playthrough and experience, go watch our Blue Lions route LP. That is a very special let's play because our first Fire Emblem experience.
Yep.
Although this is more or less to see the other arcs and whatnot and kind of different stories. But yeah, with this one, essentially, we can have shortcuts to support levels, our skill levels, our combat art, professor points, basically anything combat-wise, we can somewhat get a bit of a boost in that. Not to mention, we now have the ability to pick how we look both on the battlefield and around the monastery, which is good. And final thing in which we have just received, this is something. This gives us crests. Now, for those of you who don't know, throughout the game you get like accessories like rings. It gives you like increased strength, magic, and whatnot. This, however, these are actual equipable crests in which you can put to any character, and they give you various bonuses, whether it's extra magic attack or a second chance to move, or just basically a lot of things. But we will go over them in due time. But that's everything. And of course, yes, we will have the amiibos using, but we will probably hold back on that because I get the feeling, especially during our Blue Lions LP, it kind of gave us a bit of a boost. But with that all said, now out of the way, thank you very much for your patience. It has been a while, and even though we are going to miss Xenoblade, let's get back into it. Now, we are going to be doing normal, just so we can see the story for as is. And, however, this particular LP, or this route, we are not going to be doing classic. However, based on our previous experience and based on some feedback in which we've had, we will do classic mode at some point before this Let's Play is over. Not going to be this route again, but later on down the line. No online plays. And also, quick thing in which we learned off screen. Well, I can't show it now, but I will show it eventually.
Do you recall the Red Canyon? You'll die. 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 You took everything that I loved. He's gone now, Mother.
Oh my. What could have brought you here? I wonder how you got in here. It is most rude to interrupt a moment of repose. Very rude indeed. Now come to me. I wish to have a look at you.
What could have brought us back, Sophis? Well, it's none other than the sound of your luscious voice, Cassandra Lee Morris. But anyway, though, guys, yeah, one of the key differences starting off is that through our Blue Lion route, trust me, you will be hearing a lot of that. I apologize in advance. We went with the female avatar of Byleth. For me, honestly, I don't know what it is. I just feel like the female just sort of fit the role a little bit more. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the first change in which we are going to make is instead we are going to be doing it with the male protagonist. So, let's get to it.
I have not seen the likes of you before. Who are you anyway? I see. Then you must have a name of sorts. Go on.
We're sticking with Byleth because I feel like canon, why not?
Yeah.
I shall not ever grow accustomed to the sound of human names. You must possess a day of birth as well. Beneath which moon and on what day were you born to this world?
You can use your birthday this time.
I was just about to recommend that to you. Yeah, last LP, we used my wife's birthday. Here. Well, since we're playing as a male, I feel like it would be a bit weird to use at the birthday of a woman. That's not hard to dig at anyone who's female watching our channel. I'm just saying it for my wife's sake. But yep. The 8th month of Verdant Rain Moon on the 13th day.
Well, wonders never cease. It seems we share our day of birth. How strange.
Liar.
It all feels so familiar. I think it may be time for yet another nap. It is almost time to begin.
Well, that was nice.
Hey, time to wake up. Were you having that dream again?
As always, in social elements, my wife will be taking the helm and I will be taking combat.
Massive armies clashing on a vast field, right? There hasn't been a battle like that in over 3 centuries. In any case, just put that out of your mind for now. The battlefield is no place for idle thoughts. Risking your life is part of the job for mercenaries like us. Letting your mind wander is a sure way to get yourself killed. Okay, time to get moving. Our next job is in the kingdom. I told you before, it's far from here, so we'll need to leave at dawn.
Would you say the edge of dawn?
Ha 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 ha! You made a joke. You made a joke, and he hated it.
Sir, sorry to barge in, but your presence is needed.
What's happened?
Please forgive our intrusion. We wouldn't bother you with a situation not dire.
What do a bunch of kids like you want at this hour?
We're being pursued by a group of bandits. I can only hope that you will be so kind as to lend your support.
Bandits? Here?
It's true. They attacked us while we were at rest in our camp.
We've been separated from our companions and we're outnumbered. They're after our lives, not to mention our gold.
I'm impressed you're staying so calm considering the situation. Wait, that uniform.
Bandits spotted just outside the village. Damn, there were a lot of them.
I guess they followed you all the way here. We can't abandon this village now. Come on, let's move. Hope you're ready.
One of the first things that we learned is that the little bile up on the bottom, it's motion controlled. So you can move it back and forth if you will. And if you press B, well, if you press B, it does a little jump.
I didn't know that. Where'd you learn all this stuff?
Research.
Now it's time for rusty gameplay.
Uh-huh.
Let's take care of those thieves before they overrun the village. take down the enemies in front first. That should take the wind out of their sails.
Whatever you say, Dad, not Dad. Now this is a much more informed playthrough because I know a few things about the mechanics now. So basically, in a nutshell, blue is where we can move, red is where we can attack. So this is gonna be a little bit weird of a move, but right now I am going to have a chat with Claude, because this is one of the few times which we can talk to people on the battlefield. Now, I don't know if this is the case on the route to which we're taking, but I'm taking the opportunity to talk whilst I can.
Thank you. We are in your debt. It wouldn't do for us to fall in a place like this. Please, lend us your strength. Let's work together to drive out these thieves.
Luckily, though, it doesn't take up turns, so we're good.
You have a strange aura about you. You say you're a mercenary, so show me what you can do.
It's because of you guys that I'm not dead right now. Thanks for that. I didn't expect to run into mercenaries like you in some remote village. The gods of fortune must be smiling on me.
And there we are. Now, I just go over the items. Ain't much to speak of right yet. Trade, I mean, they pretty much have the same gist. Convoy, we have nothing. AKA Convoy is what we have in our resemblance. And these are all of the crests in which we have beforehand. But again, we will get into that really quick. Just say a brief overview of the characters at hand. We have Edelgard here. Also, it would appear that... Never mind! Okay, hang on! That was really weird. My controller just stopped working there. That was... Yeah, I can't get out the menu now. What?
I think talking to them does count as a turn, it seems.
Oh, it does. Well, never mind then. Well, that's my egg on my face. Just a brief overview of our characters. Edelgard, heavy hitter. Wilrov, an axe. Had Dimitri, quick and multiple stabs with a lance. And Claude, bows, long distance, but not good at full-on combat. He has a horse. Anyway, straight off, let's get into combat, and it's gonna feel so weird getting back to it, but let's do it. And already we're starting off with a critical hit. Whenever you see a character portrait like that, a critical hit is imminent, and you pretty much can guess what critical hits are these days. And every weapon we have, it does have a durability to it. However, if it does break, it's not gone for good. You can get it fixed, but that is a little while away. And as you can imagine, we have phases and they have phases. So let's just get into it.
I will prevail.
I'm not going to go head first into combat. I'm just going to keep everyone by sides. And yeah, pretty much this is what Claude is.
Ready and willing.
He does have some advantages on certain enemies, but it's going to be a while before we get into that. And if you're expecting this guy to move, no, he's not.
Take up position inside the forest.
He's just tutorial man.
Yeah. Now, during our first LP, if you don't want them to see it, a little spoiler. During our first time in this segment, I got Claude killed. Luckily, though, he doesn't die. He just goes to the background. Okay, here's the thing that I feel like I will say outright. I do feel like this is a bit of a bad tutorial, because especially if you are like a first time player, but you'd like a bit of strategy to it. Basically, in trees, their hit ratio is lowered.
Good. If we're in the forest, we can sustain their attacks without losing the advantage.
Again, various areas and terrain in which we'll get into. See, now for me, I personally don't feel like this is a good tutorial level, and let me explain why. Yeah, sure, it's meant to have a terrain in which it covers up a bit more of you, so there is more of a chance that the enemy's attacks do miss. However, there is still a chance that they can hit you, and early on in the game, you have 3 people aiming for you. The red lines that are coming out of the enemy, that's where they're targeting, and that's where they're going to attack and move next. Basically, if you are a first-time player and you have like characters die, that's going to be pretty intimidating, and if you're like me, you're going to be tiptoeing around the enemy and just possibly getting one killed, like I did. But however, not every enemy is going to be able to move.
This is a fine opportunity. Use the combat arts I taught you.
And combat arts, these are basically more powerful attacks. However, they do have a bit of a drawback to them. They are situational, and they also take up a lot more of your weapon's durability. But getting back to the point I was making about the move in which they just made. In Fire Emblem, if a character is in one space, obviously another character cannot preoccupy that space either. So basically, seeing how these guys were unable to reach Edelgard, they gotta go through the trees. Let's show off the combat arts. Basically, on the top left of your screen, there are icons and there are little bits of a menu. Triggers, we only have one right now, which is Wraith Strike, which is basically a more powerful attack of our box standard move. So, let's see one in action.
Should I have held back?
And the warning, these things, they don't normally miss, but you do still run the risk of doing so. But anyway, let's just have Edelgard take out the axe wielder.
Your defeat was inevitable.
And just because I don't want anyone to be left out, let's have Claude use his combat art to do a curve shot. And what you just saw there, that is an element of the game in which will be explained in due time. Basically, some characters have buffs and special abilities which either heal them, give them an extra attack move, or extra power, or etc, etc.
Is that all?
And just like any other JRPG of its nature, we do have levels up.
And some levels up can be bad.
Yeah, now, I personally don't know if these are like RNG based or whatnot, but it does have boons and does have drawbacks.
Damn, why are there mercenaries in the village? Guess we'll have to deal with them too.
And now that the boss has appeared, it brings up something else. You notice that one guy has a green icon on him, as well as a bit of a badge per se. Basically, the badge indicates he is a boss of some kind. If you kill him, you can either drop an item, make the mission end, or you can stop reinforcements from entering the battlefield. But at that latter point, we've got a bit of a ways until we run into something like that. But as always, even from that standpoint, we are still being targeted. So I'm going to take our heavy hitters and I am going to put them on the front lines because they're there for. I'll put Dimitri in the center just in case.
Hey, you with the flank stare! Out of my way!
And of course, with an extra special enemy comes an extra special bit of music, and also, once they indicate in combat with you, the music stays. The box standard music that you hear is gone.
Aren't you Gerald the Bladebreaker? What's a renowned mercenary like you doing here?
I'm the one who should be complaining. I'm caught up in the mess you started.
And luckily, seeing how this is the tutorial. Yeah, this is a mechanic hang on there, let me explain this. Basically, you have relationships and supports with your character. If you're next to a fighter in which you have good relationships with, as can provide you with many buffs.
However, some characters like being on their own.
Oh yeah. This can mean more strength, more defense, or better chances of avoiding attacks. And something which you might have noticed when Geralt attacked that one guy, by maths, he was supposed to die. In key characters, in fights, NPCs in which you can't control, most of the time they will not be able to kill bosses. That is down to you. So, if you attack this guy post-haste, whereas Geralt did not. It's a way to make sure that you...
Very good example.
Thanks. On the first level up we get, it's a bad one. Thanks, game. Very appreciate that, boom.
Honestly, what are you accomplishing with that little stunt? It's like you're trying to get me killed, you fool. Well, it's fine. After all, if you don't know the value of your own life, you're not going to protect it very well, are you? Course not. Well then, I guess it's up to me to guide you from now on, right? You can call me Sothis, but I'm also known as the Beginning. Sothis. Yes, that is it. My name is Sothis. And I am also called the Beginning. But who once called me that? I was not able to recall my name until just now. And just like that, it came to me. How odd. That look upon your face. Did you think me a child? A mere child who forgot her own name? Phooey! That child just saved your life. And what does that make you?
Sorry, just making faces to Alice, my bad.
And also, phooey!
Oh, Cassandra, never change. No, never change. I forgot how fun the dialogue is for her.
Correct. You understand. You threw yourself before an axe to save just one young girl. Yet all is well, as I have stalled the flow of time for now. You would have died had I not intervened. There now. Is gratitude so much to ask? I did deem you worth saving after all. Though it is only momentary, time has stopped. However did I manage that? When time begins again, the axe will tear into your flesh and you will surely meet your end. How rude of you to drag me into this. Now what to do? Of course! I must turn back the hands of time! Yes, I do believe it can be done. You really are quite troublesome. I cannot wind back time too far, but all is well. You are aware of what's to come, which means you can protect yourself this time. Now go! Yes, you who bears the flames within. Drift through the flow of time to find the answers that you seek.
You'll die!
Hey, over here!
Huh?
Hey, did you just...
The Knights of Seros are here. We'll cut you down for terrorizing our students. Hey, the thieves are running away. Go after them. The students seem to be unharmed. And who's this?
Why him?